minutes of radio nothingness comes Radio Nowhere.
ABC News, I'm Dave Schreiber. The Federal Railroad Administration.
WJBD is proud to permit Radio Nowhere.
And we are back. Welcome back.
And we are back.
I got the wrong mic on.
Hello.
There we go.
Welcome back.
See, I can never remember because I so infrequently am here anymore just because of the craziness of work.
Well, this is the first show in a little bit of a while.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it's been...
So I haven't missed anything?
I want to say it's been two
Is
or
it
3
Christmas?
weeks. No, I don't know about that. But
Is it Christmas, Tiny Tim?
Not quite.
Okay.
So what's new and exciting in the world?
Well, let's just announce that song. That song was not. I'll admit it was not entirely appropriate, but it was the clean edited version, and it cracks me up in 9 kind of ways. Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg, My Medicine, and I'll give you exactly half a guess what they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't think I really probably even need to guess.
Yeah, but more and more states are saying that's A-okay, so, I figured we could at least get away with it at midnight.
Yeah.
I did hear in the news that they just came up with some sort of decision in Illinois on all the various maladies that would qualify you for Willie Nelson status. So,
really?
Yeah.
Well, there's that.
Anyway, trying to think what else. Rained a lot this past week.
It did. We've had a fair amount of rain, and fortunately I was able to still race tonight, so
I was going to ask you.
happy.
I meant to ask you when you got here, or when we both got here, actually. You beat me here, so... have we introduced ourselves yet, Steve?
No.
Okay.
I think everybody knows by now,
Good
though.
enough. But the question I was going to ask you was how you did tonight.
We really didn't do a whole lot of race. It almost turned into more of a test session, but at the very least, I can
Glad
say
we got to get to race.
Yeah.
So how was
well,
the race? Well, I didn't really race, which kind of means you didn't win, right?
Let's put it this way: I figured out how to make my car better, so that's always a plus.
That sounds like such a everyone's a winner sort of statement.
Kind of, yeah. I've been struggling for a while and
Don't worry,
couldn't get mine to handle white net, and I think I finally made a little gain on it. So
don't worry, Steve. It's not about winning. You made your car work better.
Oh, everybody knows it's about winning.
Yeah, I went and played last night, which is why my shoes are still mildly soggy. Went and played frisbee golf at night at Centralia. They had the course over there. They had a glow golf where they have little lights on the baskets, and then you tape an LED to your frisbee.
Now, does that not affect the flying properties of it?
Not too bad. It's pretty minimal, and they're all fairly short shots. So
I have to say that's one thing that I know you've done it for a few years now, or maybe even more than that, and that's something I have yet to do that I have to admit I'm a little intrigued about.
It's fun. It's not like the most challenging thing ever to pick up. But it's also one of those things that there's a lot of distance between, like myself, who's been playing a couple years, and I feel I am marginally competent, and the people that play a lot who are like inhumans,
yeah.
who can do crazy things with a frisbee that you don't think ought to be able to happen. But no, I had a couple good shots last night. I didn't come anywhere near what you would want to do to actually win or place or show. But still,
I've never really been good. I guess the statement of I've never really been good at frisbee. I mean, I don't know that I've ever really tried it for any type of competition.
It's never been a competitive sort of whatever you want to call it.
I
Thing.
can't say that no, I can't say that it ever has been for me. But I mean, I've thrown a frisbee a time or two, I guess, and
I would hope
got it from point A to point B. So I mean,
you were a kid at one point, right? You had a frisbee. I mean, that would be just a terrible childhood if you grew up and never had a frisbee. Oh, we were poor. How poor were you? We never had a frisbee.
I never had a frisbee.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
Hey, do you remember, speaking of frisbees, do you remember when Nerf came out with the unidentified floppy object, the floppy frisbee they came out with?
Yeah, I kind of actually do.
I had one of those.
Okay.
I just remember that was kind of like I don't know if they were trying to reboot the frisbee fad or what, but I just remember, for some reason, I remember that being a really big deal, and maybe it was just in my neighborhood. I don't know.
Could be. Well, I'm ready for another song. Are you?
Yeah, I hope you've got one, because I don't.
I did. I found one. You know, I was going to tell you real quick that the other song, guess where I found it?
The closet?
A mashup. It's where I find all my music these days. Here's the Bosstones. Radio Nowhere.
WJBD.
Toad Wet Spocket. Crazy Life.
Did you say Spocket?
I did. I lost a point in the giant competition we're having.
Huh.
Which, anyone who knows me knows that's not going to work. Are you ready for weather?
I suppose so.
It's time for Weather with Steve.
That's it.
That's all I got.
One of these days, it's going to get good. Okay, for the remainder of
the weather, the performance, your intro, what are you referring to?
The intro.
Okay.
For the remainder of the overnight, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies with a low of 68. Tomorrow, 60% chance of showers with a high of 80. Sunday night, chance of thunderstorms with a low of 68. Looking ahead through your work week, looks like we've got another chance of rain Monday into Monday night. Then Tuesday looks good. Middle of the week, it looks like we got another chance of rain coming in. Towards the end of the week, it looks like it's going to be pretty nice. Actually, Friday looks fantastic. High of 75, mostly sunny. And then it looks like on Saturday we've got a little bit of a chance of rain and thunderstorms coming back in. So there you have it.
Springtime, I guess, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, well. I was going to ask you, and I was going to try and save it for a better segue because I really thought maybe we'd have a good segue to something else, but then I realized we've had such a sloppy show this far. I'm not even going to try and make a better segue than this. Do you have any? What would you say musically in modern music you would consider your guilty? I don't even want to say pleasure, but stuff that you actually go, that's not too bad when you think in the end of the day you probably shouldn't think that.
Well, when you say modern, I mean, are you talking?
I would say the last year or two, last couple 3 years.
I mean, I actually kind of enjoy Katy Perry. I mean,
that would qualify.
Okay.
See, I hear a lot of songs in mashups because I am like really low on the attention span level. Mm-hmm. Selena Gomez, I really like a lot of her music that I've heard.
I don't know that I've ever heard on any of her music, to be quite honest with you.
And I'm really ashamed to say that because she is like, from what I can tell, like the total pop princess, and I typically am not a big fan of that.
I understand. Yeah.
So to purify our souls.
Are you going to play some Selena Gomez?
Oh no.
Oh,
there will be no Selena Gomez played on this radio station during our show, at least.
Okay. Hey,
instead,
that's close.
It's close. Saw the Moulin Rouge soundtrack, really?
I think so. I don't really care.
How about that? You want to announce it?
I'm trying to think who sings it, honestly. It's because we can't. I can't even think of it.
Fatboy Slim.
Fatboy Slim, that's it, on WJBD.
Radio Nowhere.
WJBD.
Case Choice, everything for free. You remember that song now, Steve?
It does. It's at least sounds familiar.
I thought you might remember that. Before that, Massive Attack, Teardrop. That was the one that has the really crazy video that looks like came from the guys who did like part of the intro to Fight Club, where it's a baby in the womb still kind of singing along with the song, which is creepy in a lot of ways, but bizarre nonetheless.
Indeed.
And I don't remember what we started with at this point. Oh, yes.
Because we can.
Yes. Fatboy Slim. Which, as you and I were stating, pretty confident.
That's the first time and only time that it'll be ever played on WJBD?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that's probably a pretty fair assessment.
I think we've fulfilled our mandate to play things that are a little bit off the beaten path tonight. Not that I'm quitting yet. No, it's still 12:45. We still got 15 minutes.
Yeah, we can still cram a few more in there.
Yeah, I don't know how much more we'll get that's just really off the beaten path. But,
Since this is a competition, maybe that's what we should do sometime. It's just like go way
off the reservation.
Yeah, people will be like, what?
I don't know.
Was that somebody's grandma singing?
Did I see that? Oh, that's what we need to do.
What? You're over there typing away, and I don't know what you're doing.
Well, that's fine.
Is it a secret? Is this part of the competition?
No, it's just it's. I just realized one of the things. You know how we were talking off air. How both of us always think of things we need to talk about, or songs we need to play, or things like that
during the week, and then when it comes time for the show, it's like, what was that?
When it comes time to actually put the pavement on the road, we fail miserably. But this is one that we do have to play.
Okay. Because
I don't know if you noticed, but this week, one of the most famous living musicians,
yes, I do,
from the St. Louis area, passed
King.
away. Mr. King. So we'll play a little Sweet Little Angel, which I think is a great song anyway. And we'll pay tribute to the King on Radio Nowhere. Radio Nowhere.
On WJBD in Salem,
Illinois?
Yes.
Good.
Who did we just hear, Matt?
Jennifer Page, the song Crush.
And what did you just discover about her?
I discovered that she is 41. Born September 3rd, 1973, which I really would have thought she was younger than that.
Yeah, I kind of would have thought so as well, but hey.
It's all right. According to this, her birth name is not Jennifer Page, though.
Oh, no. Say it's not so.
And I can see why she might have changed to have a lyrical career.
Okay.
Her birth name is Jennifer Skogans.
Skogans, like Skokie?
Like Skogans Heroes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I could see where she might have wanted to change that then.
You know, I can understand. I can relate. But nonetheless, you say you enjoy that song.
I do. I've always kind of enjoyed that song. Just it's quite catchy.
I do too.
There's a lot of birthdays tonight.
I guess. No one's leaving the messages though, so I'm thinking there may be some. It could be the transmitter that's been calling me. Here, you'll love this.
Yes.
So the AM transmitter. Back when I worked here for real, I was operations director, I guess you'd say. So I was basically the guy who fixed things that you didn't have to call the real technician for. And so I was on the list for the transmitter. When it's unhappy, when something happens at the transmitter, it'll call.
Like if it needs fed or
it'll call and it'll call the radio station here, and then it'll call the contest line and try and be caller 5, I guess, and then it'll call.
Why not?
Then it'll call Bruce, and then it'll call my house back in the day.
So you're like 4th or 5th down the line.
I was fairly far down the line. So when I changed careers, we got all that wiped out, and then all of a sudden, inexplicably, about 3 years ago, the AM transmitter starts calling me at home all the time.
Oh, no.
Like, a lot. And Bruce goes in and goes, I found where it was. I'm like, oh, great. He goes, I wiped it out. Should be good to go. About a month later, starts calling me again.
So the AM transmitter is actually phone stalking you.
The AM transmitter apparently did not get over our breakup as cleanly as I thought. And the AM transmitter continues to dial me and talk to me.
That's not good. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm no scientist, but that's not good.
A couple times a week on average. But it is disconcerting to consider because, well, I'll see if you can answer this because I'll be impressed if you can. How long ago did I last work at the radio station full time? How many years?
I'm going to say 12 years.
Oh, I'm actually surprised. You're good. It's been a little less than that. It's been about almost 9. Be 9 in July. So
when it calls, is it like, hello, Matt?
Yes, it is.
What are you doing? This is highly irregular.
This is the AM transmitter. Have you forgotten me?
What are you wearing, Matt?
No, it doesn't go that way. But anyway, so I just thought that's kind of funny. So I kind of wonder if that's what's going on right now, which means if it
may be on fire or just like really, really hungry.
Just lonely. It's like, oh, you're working tonight. Let me call you.
Live people.
It's better than the alternative. Anyway. That I think will wrap up the show for tonight.
I think it probably should, really.
I think we probably tied.
Yeah.
So 0-0.
So if you like what you heard,
tell a friend.
If you did not like what you heard, here, whatever that. Don't tell anybody
it's
ever.
Disintegrating quickly.
And if you're the AM transmitter, please quit calling us.
Yes, please. WJBD FM, Salem, Centralia.
This has been an I Love Raisins production.